Canva templates have become the standard when it comes to people who want to create a digital file of their own, but either don't know how or want to save time by having the basics of the design already put together for them. People purchase and use Canva templates for everything from wedding and party invitations to business materials to home decor. There's a Canva template for pretty much everything, which is why it's an amazing digital product type for online sellers. But the thing I love most about Canva templates is the major opportunity it brings for passive income. You can literally create the template once and then set it up to sell on repeat as an instant download, which means that you never have to lift another finger to fulfill orders for it. Build a whole shop full of these types of passive digital products, and you've gained an entirely new passive income stream for yourself. Now, as amazing as the potential is, I know how intimidating it can feel when you're just getting started learning how to create these templates and learning how to set them up to sell, which is why in today's video, I'm walking through each step you'll need to take from start to finish. Let's dive in. Before we jump into step number 1 here, I want to let you know about my free digital product training class, Digital Product Powerhouse. It's a 45-minute long crash course for those who are wanting to start and grow a profitable digital products business online. If you're wanting to make money from selling digital products but maybe don't know where to start, or maybe you already have a digital products business and you just need some smart strategy for how to level up and make consistent sales in your business, then definitely check out this class. I'll have the link in the description box below so you can click through on that and watch it after you get done with this video. And I think it's going to be super helpful for you and give you a deep dive and some true actionable tactics you can take to start and grow your successful digital products business. All right, so step 1 of this entire process is to conduct market research and decide what type of template you want to sell. If we come on Etsy and type in Canva template, we can see here there are so many different results for lots of different types of Canva templates, everything from social media bundles to email newsletter templates. We've got financial templates and business templates. So it's really important for this first step to narrow down exactly what type of template we want to offer. So there's a couple ways we can do this. First, we can get a little more specific with our Etsy search. We can look at Etsy's predictive phrases here that give us a great starting point to see what things along with the phrase Canva template are searched regularly. So let's say Canva template small business interests me. I'll click on that and see what's already here on the platform. Then from these results, I might get the idea of doing, let's say, a coaching workbook template. So then I would go in and again, get more specific with my Etsy search and type in coach workbook template. Now that I'm on my more specific search, I'm going to pay extra attention to the results that are showing up on the first page, specifically the ones with this little bestseller or Etsy's pick badge. These are the ones that are selling really well and consistently, so I want to take some inspiration from these and see what is actually included in these bundles. I'm not only doing this to validate my idea, but also to help me decide what content should be included. So if I know I want to offer a workbook template, I need to know what sort of pages are going to be making up this workbook. I can click through on some of these bestsellers and just click through the photos in these listings to get an idea of what types of pages they have included. And I can also usually see more information in the item's description. So if I click here where it says learn more about this item, I can check and see if they have listed exactly what pages are included. This seller does, so I can see they've got a few different title pages, table of contents, welcome pages, about me, and I can go down this whole list and get an idea of what I might want to include in mine. I can also make use of ChatGPT, which is an AI tool that can give me information based on a prompt that I give it. So on ChatGPT, I could type in something like, give me 20 ideas for pages that would go in a coach workbook. Then ChatGPT will automatically generate these 20 different ideas that I can use as inspiration again to decide if I want to include some of these in my workbook. So I could do a goal setting page, an action plan template, a habit tracker, a weekly planner. So there's just so many different great ideas here, and I can pick and choose to make this exactly what I want it to be. So after I've decided on what type of template I want to sell and gotten some ideas for the actual content that's going to go inside, then it's time to move on to step number 2, which is to decide on my style elements. So when I say style elements, I'm talking about specific graphic elements that I'm going to be using in my design to give it a certain feel or aesthetic. Some of these would be color scheme, fonts, and type of graphic assets I want to use in my designs. I need to think about what sort of overall vibe I'm going for here. Do I want the template to appear minimalist and neutral? Do I want it to have a groovy retro feel? Or maybe a trendy boho vibe? I'd say in general, you want to limit your color scheme to maybe 4 colors at the most. You want all of your designs within your template to work well together, and then limit your font pairings to 2 2 or 3 fonts that also work well together. This will ensure that your template has a really cohesive feel all the way through. Once you've decided on the style elements you want to include in your template, then you're ready for step number 3, which is to actually create your template inside of Canva. So I'm going to come to Canva and click on Create a Design, and then I'm going to choose the size I want my canvas to be. So for this workbook example, I'm going to use a US letter size. So I'm going to type in US letter, which is an 8.5 by 11 inch. And when I click that, Canva automatically pulls up the right size canvas for me to start working on. So for this example, I'm not going to create all the different pages that would go into a full workbook, but I'm going to quickly create a few so we can get the idea here. So first off, for my workbook, I've decided I want to do a title page. So again, this is going to be purchased by someone who is a coach that they're going to use in their business. So my purpose here is to create something that a coach would use in their own workbook and then edit to make their own to give to their customers or clients. So I'm just going to go through the process here of designing. Of course, do this however you want using your colors that you've decided upon. I think I'm going to go for a kind of neutral, minimalist, modern theme here. Now, I might want to search for some type of background pattern to use here as well. So I've typed in linen, and whenever I'm searching for elements to use in my template, I want to make sure that I'm filtering by only the free elements. Several of these are pro elements. You can tell by the little crown symbol in the bottom right corner of the element, but I don't suggest that you use any of these pro elements when you're selling templates, because if your customer does not have a Canva Pro account, they're going to have to pay to remove the watermarks before they can use their purchase. So you can come up here when you're searching for elements to the filter section and filter only by free. And with that filter applied, now we are only seeing free elements that we know will be free for our customer as well. So let's say I want to use an element like a brush stroke. I can just click to add that. Maybe I'll add a square shape to make this left side a different color. I can add some text for the title, making sure also that whatever fonts I'm choosing are the Canva free fonts. Again, so I can make sure that every customer is able to use these without having to pay to remove the watermark. And then I'm just going to keep designing until I'm happy with this title page. Okay, so once I'm happy with my title page, then I could either click to duplicate the page, and here I've got a second copy of it, which I could then alter to make my next page, or I could just click to add a blank page by clicking there on add page, and I've got another page to work with now. You can see if we scroll up, my title page is still here, so I'm adding a page to this document, which is going to be my full workbook document. So let's say that next I want to add an About Me page. I'll go ahead and design that. Okay, so I've got the majority of my About Me page done. I'm just going to add a few other finishing touches here. So here at the bottom, I'd like to add some social media handles. So I can come to my elements again and search for something like Instagram icon, click over to graphics, and of course, remembering to filter by free only. And then I can add in the graphics that I'd like here. I'm going to change this color to match the colors that I have in the document already. And I'm going to take note of, if I'm resizing this, what size I'm bringing this down to. So I'm going to say this is going to be a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So now I want to come back to elements and search for my other two that I'd like. So maybe I'll search for a Facebook icon, resize this to the same 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. And I might do an email icon. And now that I have those evenly spaced, I can add my text beside each one. And then I'm going to add one last text box here at the bottom for their website. So I'm just going to put www.yourwebsite.here.com. Okay, so you get the idea with this. Since this is just a demonstration, we're going to stop there. But if I was actually creating a workbook template, I would want to keep going and creating several more pages by just continuing to click add page and creating each page individually as part of this workbook document. So once we're done creating our template, we're going to come up here to the top right corner where it says share, and we're going to grab our template link. So you'll either see it right here where it says template link. If it doesn't appear here, you can click on more and it'll show up under more. But wherever it says template link, you're going to click on that, and then Canva will generate a unique template link for you to share. So you're going to click copy on that link. And this is the link we're going to embed in the deliverable file that we are giving to our customer when they purchase. So the next step here is to create that deliverable file. So the actual file that they will have as an instant download when they purchase is this deliverable PDF file. So I've already created this PDF file here. That's an example of what we're talking about for this deliverable file. This is actually a template that's inside of my course, Digital Products with Canva, which is my full length signature mature course for those who are wanting to start and grow a profitable digital products business. But this is one of the templates that my students get inside the course that we call a README file. So this is the file that you're actually going to be uploading to your Etsy listing or whatever platform you're selling on to your actual listing as the instant download. So this file can look like anything you want it to. You can create it however you like. There's just a few things that you definitely want to include here. I recommend including your branding, writing out all of the things that your buyer will be able to customize on the template, and then steps to get started here. So this is the key part where we're giving them instructions because a lot of people are not familiar with opening and editing templates. So you'll lay it out here in different steps they need to take, making sure that whatever step that says click here to open your template, you're going to embed your template link into. So on Canva, you can actually select the text that you want to embed that link into. And once you select text, you'll see the little link symbol pop up. You're going to click on that, right click, and click paste. So this is pasting that template link that you just copied from your template, and you're going to hit enter or return. And now that link is embedded to this text so that when your buyer opens this PDF document, they're going to be able to click right here. And when they click there, it'll automatically open that template for them in their own Canva account where they can edit it so it doesn't ever touch your original template. So once you've got that link embedded on your PDF document, then you're going to come up to share, click download, and you're going to select PDF under file type. So there's different options here for file type. You want to select PDF standard, and then you want to make sure that just the page that you want to download for this PDF is the one that's selected. Now there are a couple other options here, including one that says flatten PDF. You want to make sure not to check flatten PDF because if you do that, it'll make that link that you embedded not clickable. You want it to be clickable for your customer, so leave that flatten PDF unchecked and then click download. So here's an example of what the PDF download will look like when your customer receives it. They'll be able to hover over this click here, click on it, and then this will appear. It'll say a template created by, and then your name will be there, was shared with you, start designing now. They'll click use template, and it will open up the template like we talked about in their own Canva account. So this is actually a unique copy of that template that they'll then be able to edit without touching your original or changing it in any way. Okay, so now that we've created our deliverable, we want to move on to our next step, which is to create mockups for our listing images. Mockups are types of images that we use to layer our designs onto so that our potential customers can envision what that product would look like in its physical form. My favorite places to find mockups to use are Creative Market, Etsy itself, and Creative Fabrica. I can go onto any of these websites and search for that type of mockup, find the ones I like, and purchase them to use. Once I purchase them, I'm going to go ahead and upload them into Canva by using the Uploads tab, click Upload Files, and click the mockup files that I just downloaded to bring into Canva. Now I've got my mockup image here in Canva that I can use to put my own design into. I specifically chose mockups that I knew I could use in Canva because they make use of Canva frames, which are these little shapes that have the clouds and the grass. That helps me know this is a Canva frame that I can actually drag a photo or a file into. So my next step is to come back to my actual template on Canva, click share in the top right corner, and I'm going to download the pages that I want to use in my mockups by clicking download and then choosing the file type I want. So for this, I'm going to choose JPEG and I'm going to click download. Then I'm going to come back to my uploads tab, click upload files again, and select the pages that I just downloaded from my template. Now my template pages are appearing in my uploads, and I can simply click on one and drag it over the frame in my mockup, and it should fit right inside. I'm going to continue doing this for each different page I want to appear in my mockup. And of course, I can change any of the information on the mockup itself. I can switch out the colors and whatever is available to edit on this mockup. I can do this several different times with different types of digital mockups, and once I've got the ones ready that I want to use for my listing, then I'm going to go ahead and download these each separately from Canva. So again, I'll come up to share, download, select the file type I want, making sure that all the pages are not selected, but only the ones that I want to use individually for my mockup images, and click download. And now it's time to go ahead and create my actual listing. So I'm going to go to my sales platform. So for this demonstration, I'm using Etsy. I'm going to create a listing and then go through the steps of inputting my information for that listing. So on Etsy, it asks if it's a physical item or a digital file. I'm going to choose digital file and continue going through the options here. Who made it? I did. What is it? A finished product, because it is a template that's considered a finished product. And then it's going to ask when was it made. Now it has different year options or a made to order option. So for a template, I'm going to choose the year that I actually created it, and that'll enable this to be an instant download listing. So there are several different parts of this listing that you'll need to fill out to complete it. I'm not going to have time for this video to go through all of it, but a couple key points for a digital product listing I want to point out is right here at the top in the photos and video section. This is where you're going to upload those mock-up images that you just created. So I'm going to click to add photos, select the mock mockup that I just created and downloaded. And of course, hopefully I would have many of these different mockups and even maybe some infographic images showing what is included in the template. And I of course want to input a title here that describes accurately what the product is, as well as takes into account some smart SEO strategy, inputting highly searched keyword phrases. And then when I scroll down, it's going to have a digital file section. That's because I chose the year that I created it. If I had chosen made to order, this would be different. But since this is an instant download, I can actually just add the file right here. So I'm going to choose add file. I'm going to select that PDF deliverable file that I created that had my template link embedded in it. And I can see that my file is now uploaded because it's here. It's a PDF file. So that way, when the customer purchases this listing, they will have this as the file that they receive. They'll be able to open it and click that link to access the template. On Etsy, you can upload up to 5 different files. So you could even upload some additional files here if you wanted to give a freebie or a separate instructional file. You could do that as well. Then of course, you want to just go through the rest of these details, filling everything out for the listing. And once you're done, you can hit publish and you've completed your template listing. At this point, there's nothing more to do than just watch those sales roll in and answer any questions that might come through in your messages. So friend, I hope that was helpful for you in going through the whole process of creating and selling Canva templates. And remember, if you're interested in learning my proven process for starting and growing a profitable digital products business, then definitely click the link in the description box below to watch my on-demand free training class, Digital Product Powerhouse. Happy selling, friends!